We celebrate today the feast of Saint Ignatius Loyola. We know he's the founder of the Society of Jesus, the Jesuits, and his story is of great import as we consider the adventure of our own lives with Jesus. Ignatius was born into a large family, a minor nobility, had that desire to be a great lover and soldier, and entertain himself with the books of the troubadours. In a battle with a French army, his leg is shattered, and he's now convalescing. During his convalescence, he wanted the books brought to him. Books of this knight errantry, as it would be described by Cervantes in Don Quixote. And they didn't have those books, so they brought him a life of Christ and some lives of the saints. And Ignatius, in that forced silence of convalescence, allowed the reality of this Jesus, who we have been baptized into the name of, and he would have as well, the reality of the saints who served Jesus so courageously to percolate. And then as he would also daydream about other books that he had read before, he realized that those other books, while exciting, didn't satisfy as deep a longing in his heart. The aftertaste was less consoling. And he allowed that to be this source of conversion to the Lord and of sort of a reordering of his life, because he becomes not a soldier of the state, but a soldier of the Lord. And his first act as he lays down his sword was to spend about a year in a cave on Montserrat, praying and going deeper and deeper and deeper and fasting. It wasn't like a comfort cave. And during this year, he learned more and more and more as he listened and attended to the drama of the heart. And leaving that cave, and certainly among other things, he brings that experience in a boiled down way called the spiritual exercises to others, where he would lead them through a week of conversion, then a week of growing in conversation with the Lord through the Gospels, and then 2 more weeks, if they could make it through the second, where the crucifixion and the resurrection would be meditated on. All in with the goal of hearing the will of the Lord in the heart and purifying the heart of all those things that are not of the Lord. And as we celebrate yet again on July 31st, the feast of this great man, this great saint, are we working to let the Lord transform our hearts so that, as Ignatius, it wasn't eventually a navel-gazing exercise. He sends the Jesuits into the whole world for the greater glory of God. You see that AMDG places, Ad Majorem Dei Gloriam, speaking of this as the passion born not from an ideology, but from an encounter born of time spent and growth and love. And in our own lives, we obviously aren't regularly given a 30 days out of our schedules to be led by a director through these exercises. But a couple of things. One, that Ignatius, really, if we just want to say one thing that Ignatius gave the church that we could incorporate in our daily lives, it's the daily examine. You could call it an examination of conscience, an examination of consciousness, and sometimes called more recently. The bottom line is we look at our hearts, we see, what did I do today? For the Lord, against the Lord? Where was he? Where was I? What happened? But we do that in dialogue. We don't have to spend a ton of time doing it to conclude our day or to begin our day, if that's a better time to look at yesterday, so that there's progress born from attentiveness to what's happening inside of us, so that we grow more closely with the one we were made for, Jesus. St. Ignatius Loyola, pray for us.